Hello, today is Thursday, October 12th, 2023. My name is Daniel Mullany, and behind the camera today we have Nico Greina. And today we are here to film a video source inspection for Sitek Process Solutions, of which we'll be reviewing a 2300F spin rinse dryer. 2300F means that this is an F model with a brush motor that is capable of running high-profile 8-inch substrates. That's actually what we have it configured for right here. And our system is shipping outside of the United States to a customer with a PO number 203459-0. So this system is a new system that is configured with high-profile 8-inch. It is also configured to run with our insert product, which I'll demonstrate later, that allows us to run 6-inch product in here. We have our EMO. We have a resistivity probe for measuring the resistivity set point of our wastewater. And we have a static eliminator at the top of the bowl over here, which reduces static charge at the end of the process cycle. So we'll go ahead and get the process started and then discuss as we go. Okay. Okay, so at the beginning, as I mentioned, this is a 2300F spin rinse dryer, so that means we have our tabletop F model version. Our system model number, or sorry, serial number is SRD-01573. So right here we have our Sitek spin rinse dryer that's capable of all the normal functions that you'd expect out of a spin rinse dryer. We have our EMO, our resistivity, we have our static eliminator to reduce static charge, and we have our state-of-the-art control system that was designed in-house by Sitek. Our controller has the ability to run multiple process recipes. It has a maintenance mode that is effective for troubleshooting any issue that you might have on the system. It has data logging for performing short-term and long-term analytics. And it has a nitrogen purge saver that's going to reduce 80% of purged waste compared to other systems while the system's in idle. The idea and the way that our system is designed is in order to make sure that you have a functional, proven, reliable, and easy-to-use spin rinse dryer that's going to be cost-effective for you to operate in the long run. And that's what we have here. So right now what we're doing is demonstrating our normal process run. And we've already completed a couple process cycles. First, we had our rinse process, which is a short time just to perform a real quality rinse of the chamber. When you bring product into the spin rinse dryer, the expectation is that it's already been rinsed off from your previous process step, normally in a QDR of a wet bench. And so we just have a short rinse process on the SRD to make sure that either any trace chemicals that might have come into the chamber are washed out, or that the SRD is actually just continually flushing itself in order to make sure it has as clean of a chamber as possible. From there, we're going to move into our purge step, which is going to purge any remaining DI water out of the manifold. And so our idea here is that we don't want any residual water being pulled out and dripping onto the cassette and substrates during the dry cycle, which could lead to some water spotting. So we have this purge step to really blast that water out. Then we go into our high RPM dry step, which we have just finished. And the high RPM dry step is going to be a shorter period of time. Our goal here with the high RPM step is we're going to just spin fast and whip the majority of the water off of the rotor and the cassette and the substrates. If you can imagine, you have a really wet object in the center, and we're just slinging everything off and taking a lot of those large water droplets and sheeting them into smaller pieces. Then we're going to ramp down to our slower RPM set point. And here we're going to stay for several minutes, and we're going to let the heating elements of the SRD complete the job. So now, although they've been running the whole time, the bowl heater and the nitrogen heater, before, the majority of that drying was really happening from the spinning. Now, the heaters are going to take over for the job, and they're going to be completing the dry cycle for us. This combination of spinning fast and then spinning slow while using heated nitrogen the entire time is the most effective way to dry your substrates. It's going to give you the most effective process times, and it's going to give you the best results in the end in terms of a dried surface with low particle counts. Okay, so right now we have about 210 seconds left, so that's about 3.5 minutes. I can see here from our graphical touchscreen interface that I have a good visualization of the features that are on. I can see that our static eliminator is currently working, which is going to reduce that static charge. I can see that our bowl heater has hit its set point. I can see that it's yellow here. So green means it's currently heating. Yellow means that it's at temp. So that's good. And then I can see our nitrogen dry is on and that our sensors have been met, in addition to our system holding accurately a 500 RPM drying set point. So everything's looking great with the system right now. I came to the back of the tool to take a look, and I don't see any sort of drips or water, anything coming out the back. All of the fittings have been tightened on correctly, so no issues here. And then when I put my hand over the drain box, I can actually feel that pressure of the nitrogen pushing out the drain coming out the back right here. So that's good as well. That's giving me an indication outside of the sensor showing it that we have proper nitrogen flow coming into the process chamber. So in addition to providing the spin rinse dryer, we also have 100% of the parts and services that you need to keep your systems up and running. That includes all the basic consumables such as windows, door seals, any other kind of gasket or seal on the system, filters, valves, both the pneumatic and the solenoid valves, the pressure sensors for the nitrogen, the tach sensors that monitor the RPM, and really any other part on the system that might fail for you, in addition to the major components such as replacement controllers and motors. So that really just kind of covers the majority of the basic spares for it, but any other spare that you might need we have. We've had all kinds of inquiries come in, replacement hinges when someone hangs on the door or anything like that. We're able to provide for you guys. You just give us a call and we'd be able to quote that for you. We also stock the majority of those parts here. And so if you're in a down situation and you give us a call and say, hey, I really need this part tomorrow, there's a good chance that we can rush that through for you free of charge and get it out that same day with an overnight shipment to your site. So that's one of the key benefits of our great customer service, is being able to offer free expedites when we have parts on hand. We think that keeping your tools up and running is extremely important, as you do as well, I'm sure. And so we want to partner with you in order to make that happen. And really, when I say the word partner, I think that's one of the most important things that we do here at Sitek, is we focus on creating partnerships with our customers, because that's going to benefit us both. We find that when we create that partnership with our end users, that's the most benefit for both parties, and it's a way that you can benefit by having your equipment running great, and we can benefit by happily earning your business. All right, so we got about 20 seconds left right here. One of the things that I didn't mention, it's kind of related to those parts, but we also have all the services that you might need. So some of those services might seem obvious, such as repairing a controller or rebuilding a motor, but we also have the services to rebalance your rotor. So if you have some of the systems inside your fab right now and you're asking yourself, is my system rocking too much? Can my system run a little more smoothly? Is this putting a little too much stress on my system's motors or my motor isolators? Then give us a call. We can have your rotor sent in with some of your cassette and substrates. We'll rebalance it and make sure when it returns to you that your system is running more in a like-new condition. Okay, so we now have our RPM ramping down. And now our RSP will fire, which is our upright positioner. That's going to hold our product in an upright state there. You can see that we turned from green to blue. This tells me that we had a successful process run. It's also noted here on the screen, but we can just go ahead and open the door. The chamber's nice and warm inside, and I can feel that on the cassette as well. I've taken a look. The cassette's warm to the touch, as I mentioned, and all of the substrates are dry and ready for the next step in the manufacturing process. Okay, so now I'll do a couple more things right here as well, which is also demonstrate the insert. So if you want to run 6-inch in the system, we have this insert product right here, which simply slides into the rotor. and it slides in just like a cassette would. And now we take our 6-inch product right here, and we're going to go ahead and slide it right in. All right, and so before we give it a process run, I will demonstrate to you guys the only other feature on here that I want to make sure works, which is the EMO. So we're going to go ahead and EMO the system off, demonstrating that this safety function works. Okay, now I'll come back to restarting it. We'll go ahead and leave it off, come to the back of the tool, reset our EMO box. There's also a switch on the back for this, and get it fired back up. You'll see now as it goes through its boot process, it's going to cycle through our LEDs to demonstrate that all of those are working too. Perfect. And now we have our process recipe back up here. And what we'll do is go ahead and get the process started to show that we have a proper running rotor and or cassette and insert combination as well. All right, so that being said, I'd like to take the time to thank you for watching our video source inspection for today. Again, my name is Daniel, and this is filmed for Sitek Process Solutions. If you want to learn more about our company or our products, please check out some more of the videos on our YouTube channel, which is probably where you're at right now. Or take a look at our website, www.sitekprocess.com. If you'd like to, we'd always encourage you to give us a call and talk to one of our representatives about our products as well. You can reach us at 916-797-9000, and to reach me directly, you can dial extension 2201. I thank you again for your time and hope you have a great day.